Today I'm going to be talking about the importance of cattle having access to mineral. First off, we'll start with what is it used for? Here in southwest Arkansas, there are many different cattle operations down here. But I'm going to talk to you first about one that I'm pretty familiar with, and that's a cow-calf operation. That's what we'll start with. For me, it's very important for my cattle to have access to mineral year-round. I feed the same mineral pretty well all year round, except for sometimes in the winter I will put another substitute out there. But we'll start with the one that I feed the most, and that's the Purina Wind and Rain. I use a high magnesium concentrated mineral due to the fact that I have a lot of fescue growing around me, which isn't a bad thing because it's a wintertime grass as well, so my cattle can eat grass in the winter. But if it's not managed right and it gets too tall in the summertime and grows too much, it can give my cattle tetanus. So a big deal for me that's very important is that my cattle have access to a high magnesium mineral to help dilute the grass tetany that fescue gives. Now, as far as overall for cow-calf operation, I would say what's very important is that they have access to mineral, and the reason for that is the minerals inside help with milk production, soundness, hair coat, and just helps them drink water, and it's a very big deal as far as a cow's health and progress through their time over here. So that's the main part that I need mineral for my cattle. And then something else I feed in the winter time to help them stay warm and give them extra energy for their bodies, especially because our calving season is in the winter. So it's very important that they have everything they need, and I give them Pro Tubs by Purina that has a lot of energy and extra mineral and sugar and molasses in it to keep their blood up and keep them warm and energetic to want to go eat hay, so that they're keeping their weight and taking care of their calves and eating enough that they're taking care of themselves, plus lactating enough so that their calves can nurse and get big and stay healthy and fat through the winter time. And that's for my cow-calf operation. Next, big deal around here is the gainer cattle operation, and they're usually not in one place as long, and the main topic for those cows is to when they get there smaller, when they leave, they need to be quite a bit bigger. So a big deal for them is they have to drink water, they have to eat a lot, and their body has to be able to fight infections and function the right way, and that's where mineral comes in a big deal over there. There's a lot of different kinds you can feed those cattle. They just kind of need it like we need our vitamins, not necessarily as much of different kinds as maybe a cow-calf operation does. And the next part we'll talk about is how to feed it, and there's different ways. There's tubs that are almost made into a liquid with like molasses and stuff that's put into a tub and sealed up, and then being able to be fed that way, where you take the tub and pull the top off and they have access to it at all times. And then you can put it a lot of I would say this is the most popular, and the way I feed the most of it is through a 50-pound bag, and it's easy for the cows to eat when it's ground like that, and I put it in the trough, and my cows know when I have it, and they come up and eat it, and that works really good because it's a lot lighter. easier to move around, and pretty well every cow can get to it. And then the mineral I feed in the wintertime, I feed it with the bag mineral that I put in a trough, is I feed the high energy concentrated Purina tubs that has a lot of more sugar and molasses to help with cattle staying warm. That's pretty well what I know about the cattle and mineral and how they go together. It's very important, and I think it's really helped for sure with my operation and many other people's. Thank you.